Hey everybody, Joe from Complete Carnivore here, and we got a box from Porter Road. They are, I think I'm going to say right now, they're my favorite online source for meat. They're based out of Kentucky. They work with some small farms around the area to produce some excellent beef, pork. They got pasture-raised chicken. Leading up to Thanksgiving, they got pasture-raised turkeys. But they sent me this box to test out, and we're going to give it a shot. This one, it's one of their curated boxes. It is a special breakfast box. It's going to be perfect for Christmas, the holidays. If you happen to enjoy yourself a little too much on New Year's Eve and you want something quick for breakfast, this would be a good option. This is called their Breakfast with Pappy box. If you're familiar with Pappy, it's Pappy Van Winkle. But let's see what we got in here. Obviously there's no Pappy Van Winkle whiskey, but what we have is some Pappy and Company bourbon barrel-aged pure maple syrup. So it's maple syrup that's aged in the bourbon barrels. Pappy Van Winkle, yeah, aged in the Pappy Van Winkle bourbon barrels. Pappy and Company, it's the granddaughters, I believe, of Pappy Van Winkle, the guy who makes the great bourbon. He's obviously long since passed, but the company's still around. It's some of the most sought-after bourbon you can find. I've never had any. I'm not a huge bourbon guy, but I know people that are, and it's pretty sought-after stuff. So it comes with a bottle of syrup, pure maple syrup. It's not that fake maple syrup, but they age it in the bourbon barrels. And there's also a bottle of their hot sauce, bourbon barrel aged pepper sauce. So so that's the Pappy part of it. And let's see the Porter Road part of it. Obviously they got ice packs. You can always save those for your cooler. One thing about Porter Road is they ship their meat fresh. It's not, most of their stuff comes fresh, not frozen. I think things like turkeys, maybe like the hams and some of the bigger cuts might come frozen. But this box comes with 2 packs of bacon, uncured bacon. That's kind of a misnomer because there is celery powder in it, which provides the same nitrates as you get from sodium nitrate, which is normally used in bacon. So, but yeah, 2 packs, there's 16 ounces each, so a pound. You get 2 pounds of bacon. I'm not sure if I've ever had their bacon, maybe I have. We got some breakfast links, and there's 2 packs of bulk breakfast sausage. You could use this for biscuits and gravy. You can make sausage patties out of it. That's probably what I'll do. But yeah, this is the Breakfast with Pappy box. So you got plenty of sausage, bacon. Again, this would be great for a Christmas morning breakfast. Obviously, this isn't going to be an everyday breakfast. The box costs $125. This stuff is not cheap. So it's yeah, it's not a cheap breakfast, but you get quite a bit of meat here, quite a bit of sausage. These are all a pound each. So you got 6 pounds of meat. You got the 2 things of Pappy and Company sauce. And I think let's fire up the Blackstone and let's cook some of this. You can see it's fall, it's November out here. I'm outside because our kitchen is kind of a wreck right now. So I'm gonna cook out here. So we'll get the Blackstone fired up. I haven't used this in a while, so a little bit of rust back there, but it should work. I gotta go inside and get a couple things ready, but we'll be back and we'll cook up. What should we cook up? Should we let's cook up some bacon and some of the, I don't know, one of these 2 sausages. I'll decide. I think I want to taste these right now though. See if I can get it open. There we go. Let's taste this and see how this hot sauce tastes. More and more I'm growing to love hot sauces. Yeah, that's really good. Kind of tastes like a Frank's Red Hot type of sauce. So there's not a lot of fancy flavors. I believe it's ghost pepper. Let me see if there's any ingredients. I think it's ghost pepper, which I love the flavor of ghost pepper. They can be a little bit spicy, but this isn't, I don't know if it's quite the level of Tabasco hot. It's got some good flavor. I don't know if I can get any bourbon, any of the oaky barrel aged flavor, but there's something going on in there. And this I really want to try. See if I can do this without making a big mess. Just get a little bit on my finger. I'll probably cook up some pancakes to taste this stuff on too. you can definitely taste the bourbon in that. Obviously there's a strong maple flavor, it's sweet, but there's definitely a bourbon flavor that comes through in this. Again, I'll need to try this, taste this again, and see if I can get any more of the bourbon, but you can definitely taste the bourbon in this. That's a really good flavor. I'm not a huge bourbon guy, like I said. This tastes great. So let me go get a couple things ready. We'll be back, and we'll be cooking over on the Blackstone. All right, we're at the griddle. We got a couple sausage patties. We got some bacon. It's somewhat thick cut bacon. It's thicker than a lot of the stuff you get at the grocery store. I think there's about 12 slices per pound. I usually like mine about 8 slices per pound when I make it at home. But yeah, it's not like the thin, super thin Oscar Mayer stuff you'd get at the store. Sausage looks good. Looks like there's a decent amount of fat. Takes on some nice color. Let's get, gonna have a couple pancakes so we can try out that syrup. So we'll get those going as well. A little butter on the griddle. If I can get it out there. Obviously, if you want to cook more, cook more. If you want to cook your bacon some other way, cook it in the oven on a cast iron pan. That is up to you. But we're just gonna make a couple quick pancakes. And we can give that syrup a try. I'll probably try some of the hot sauce on the sausage just to see how it tastes. The bacon's almost done. I don't like my bacon crispy. I'm more of a chewy bacon type guy. But those look, we'll give them another minute. They look close. Sausage patties are getting done. I like color on my sausage patties. So we'll give these just a little bit more. By the way, if you don't have a Blackstone or a griddle, get one. They're great. Traeger has a model that's really good. Weber has one that's good. Obviously Blackstone, you can get these at Walmart or Ace Hardware, wherever you whatever kind of store you got around you. This one I think is about $400 or $500. I think they actually have something very similar to this at Costco as well for I think $400. But wonderful for cooking breakfasts. Again, the meat is from the Breakfast with Pappy box from Porter Road. If you've never tried Porter Road meat, their steak is honestly some of the best tasting steaks I've ever had. It's not graded, so you're not going to see USDA Prime or anything like that. But the flavor is pretty much better than any other prime steak I've had. So let's see if these pancakes are ready. Yeah, these are ready to flip. Again, it's small farms. It's meat that's raised the right way. It's kind of said that of some other farms, but the cows only have one bad day of their life. They're raised on pastures. It's not like grass-fed meat or anything like that. They still use feed and stuff like that, but it's very high quality stuff. Their pork is pasture-raised pork, so it's animals that spend their day out in the fields and orchards and are eating whatever they can find. So it's not processed food or anything they're eating. So it makes for a much better quality meat. Again, they have steaks, they have pork chops, they got pasture-raised chickens, they got, leading up for the holidays, they got prime ribs, they got hams. The hams are amazing. I've had those in the past. All right, I think these are good. Let's get these over on the pan. The hams are really good. Again, everything I've had from there, except the hot dogs. I don't care for their hot dogs, but that's something for another day. All right, let's go back over to the table here. We'll get some butter. We'll get some of the maple syrup on here. And we will try the Breakfast with Pappy box and see what I think. Let me get rid of that. All right, butter up the pancakes, first step. Again, this box is $125. There'll be links down below, so you can go try it yourself. It'd be perfect for a Christmas morning breakfast. I mean, the kids are all clamoring for presents. You don't want to spend much time cooking. Just throw some bacon in a pan, cook up a few pancakes. Kids are gonna love it. You're gonna love it. If you had a little bit too much to drink on New Year's Eve and you still want some bourbon on New Year's Day, some of this syrup on there. What should we try first? Let's try the bacon first, of course. Salty, smoky, pretty much everything you want in bacon. Saltier than you're gonna get from grocery store bacon, but I like mine salty. This tastes a lot like the stuff I cure at home. It's delicious. Wonderful. That's really good bacon, nice and meaty. You still get the fat in there for the flavor. I would eat that bacon every time I wanted bacon. It's really good. Again, I don't know if I've had their bacon before, so that's a treat. Let's try some sausage. That's, again, pretty classic breakfast sausage flavor. You could tell it's kind of a higher quality than Jimmy Dean or what you get at the grocery store. But there's no like weird flavors, or they aren't trying to do too much with it. They're keeping it simple. There's some red pepper in there. Got a little bit of spice, but again, nothing that's going to blow your mind. What else do they say they have in here? Pork, rice, salt, spices, and brown sugar. So I don't taste a ton of sweetness. Let's try this Pappy Van Winkle, or Pappy and Company maple syrup, aged in the Pappy Van Winkle barrels. That's really good on pancakes. It's got more of a, obviously you got the oaky flavor, a little more caramely tasting, almost like a butterscotch flavor that you get from the bourbon, as opposed to just plain maple syrup. That's a great flavor. It'd be great on pancakes, waffles. I like sausage dipped in syrup, so let's kind of see. Wow. Those flavor combinations work really well together. So yeah, that's delicious. I am excited to try more of this. Let's put a little bit of this on the sausage and see what do you think. Obviously this stuff would be great on buffalo wings if you want to something a little bit a step up from Frank's Red Hot, but still it'll give you that classic buffalo wing flavor. It's really good hot sauce. I mean, it's well balanced. There's not too much heat. You know, you're eating some heat. There's some heat there, but really good, great flavor. Again, this stuff, like I said, I'm not a bourbon guy, but this stuff tastes great. It's more of a like a caramely butterscotchy type flavor than just straight bourbon. So with the maple in there, that's great. Again, go order this box. You're gonna love it. If you like bacon, if you like breakfast meat, if you like sausage, you're gonna be happy with this. There's nothing in here that you're gonna think, how did I pay that much for that? All super high quality. It's all delicious. 125 bucks, Porter Road. There'll be links in the description. Also, if you use code MEATLOVER, you can save, I think it's $10 on your first order. And if you're in the kind of the Midwest area, from like the Mississippi up to like Pennsylvania and down south, all that ships free. Like the Rocky Mountain states and up in New England and New York, it's $15 shipping. If you're on the West Coast, sorry, but it's $40 shipping cost. They have to ship it fresh, like I said, it's not frozen, so they got to get it here quick. Really good stuff. Try this box out. Try some of their other boxes. They got other curated boxes with different steaks, different cuts of meat, and you can also buy any cut you want. They have a lot of what are called butcher's cuts, so it's beyond just your standard ribeye, filet, New York. They have hanger steaks. They have Terrace Major. That's one of my personal favorites. They have tri-tips, bavettes, Denver steaks, all kinds of different cuts, because they butcher the whole cow. They do, it's called seam butchery, where they're taking apart all the different muscles. They're not just getting it shipped in a box and then putting it out in a display case like you get at the grocery store. It's all processed, so they can cut how they want. So I'm gonna eat more of this pancake. So give them a try. Leave a comment if you tried them before. Let me know what you think. But again, this is going to be a great Christmas breakfast. We might save most of this for Christmas, maybe Thanksgiving. It's a nice treat. Again, 125 bucks. It's a lot to spend on sausage and bacon and syrup, but I think it's worth it for a one-time splurge. Father's Day, this would be perfect, a perfect gift for Father's Day. Anything like that. So give it a try, and love to hear what you think of it.